them in one of the mineral hoppers, and you'll be issued a time reduction chit based on the total value of the deposit. Mineral prices are static and set by cluster rehabilitation facilities and do not reflect real-world prices.
Well, hello and welcome to Star Citizen. So, I'm going to basically preface this by saying you might notice that I am starting in Cluster. Now, if you did not know, this is the in-game prison. I was a little busy yesterday.
Attention! Please direct your attention towards the front.
Had just a few crimes that I committed.
Give them a round of applause.
But let me actually pull this up. So today we are actually going to be continuing on the tour checklist. We're going to be checking out Hurston. Now, this is actually technically in the Hurston system. Cluster is located on Aberdeen. As you can see here, I'm over on Aberdeen. You can actually see it on the planet there, Cluster Rehabilitation. Now, I'm not going to be showing off everything that you can do in prison because there are ways you can actually escape. Basically, it's up in one of the corners somewhere. There's I think it's up over there. There's a basically broken fan that you can get out of, and then you can like parkour your way out. But I am not doing that. So, come to this central area, you can see how much time you have left. So in my case, it's 4 hours and 40 minutes. There are like I said, a few ways that you can get out. You can either escape. The issue with that is that you will actually keep whatever crime stat you had before you got in. So you will still basically be at risk of getting put back in here again. So you will need to keep that in mind. And then the other ways is if you come out here in the work mines, so you should have some contracts right here, the inmate maintenance opportunities. These basically will give you once it pops up, there we go. Okay, so there you see route 3 depth 9. So you're going to have 3 different routes. There's one over to the left here that's going to be 1 that's straight ahead, it's going to be 2, and then over to the right it is route 3. So basically you just need to run down the tunnel until you make it to your depth, which I'm not going to show all of that. I will just be back once I'm there. Oh, and actually, I guess while this guy's walking past, there are AI. This is an AI. It is possible to knock them out and steal whatever is in their backpack. You may have noticed earlier I had where it said that I had extended time or additional sentencing. That's what that's from. If you are within the comm array, which is up to depth 9, I believe, then you will actually increase your crime stat if you hurt anybody or knock anybody out, kill anybody, anything like that. So, but yeah, you can use that to basically steal the stuff from them and then sell it. So there is that. That is a way. And so I'll be back once I'm down to this kiosk. Okay, now this is not where we are actually going to, but if the oxygen is actually working, usually if you are in the tunnels, you will actually use up oxygen and you will need to replenish it. At different depths, you will see these sort of kiosk things in the hallways. You hit that transfer oxygen button and it will basically refill your oxygen, but the oxygen isn't exactly working right now, so you don't really have to worry about this. But if in the bottom left you see like your oxygen going down, then you will need to find these and actually use it. So there is that to keep in mind. So on we go. Okay, and as you saw right there, I just lost the comm link right as I came past depth 8. which means that, yeah, it'll be basically right at depth 8 and depth 9 that you're going to be losing your comm link. So if you do knock out anybody or kill anybody past this point, then you will not add to your sentence. And it is possible that you will get... there is another mission that you can get that's like Need an Out, I think is what it's called. And that is technically an illegal mission, but it is another way to basically gain the merits to get out of prison. Or I think they basically will erase whatever crimes you committed. That's what that is. But since I am actually getting close, I will actually just go ahead and give my sort of beginning spiel. Realized I didn't actually do it at the beginning. So shout out to Cowboy734U. He made this tour checklist. It'll be on screen right now. As I said, today we're going to be checking out Hurston, as well as, I guess, visiting Klesher. So yeah. Yeah, there it is. Mission Need an Out. So, for example, let's hope it doesn't kill me this time. Okay. Well, it won't let me knock him out, so... if you did not know, usually if you get right behind somebody and if you middle mouse button, like click your scroll wheel, you will actually knock the person out rather than killing them. You'll basically just knock them out. So there is that you can do. And so I will, like I said, I had it up on screen, and I will also have a link in the description to the Spectrum post, so you can go check that out if you would like to give it a try. Yep, see, there we go. You can knock that guy out, and then let's say I loot him. Open his backpack. He should have, yeah, some stuff in here that I can steal. And this time I actually am going to take this med pen, because last time I could have, last night, could have saved myself with that, but yeah. So this is one way that you can actually get the rocks to sell. Or you can actually, if you hold 2 and use your multi-tool, you'll see you actually have the mining attachment. So you can do the mining that way to get the stuff to sell. Keep walking a little bit. We should be pretty close to this kiosk that I am looking for. Exit. Wait, did I get turned around? Yeah, I guess I did. Okay. I got turned around, actually. So, kiosks should be somewhere around here. I think this is the only way you can go, so... Yep, right here it is. And so, blockage detected, you vent, and there we go. And because this is the deepest depth that you can get to, it is going to be 5,000 merits. Now, I don't know exactly how the merit to time works, but basically as you earn merits, your time gets reduced. So, and you can hold and send merits. Don't think it's actually in here, but yeah, right here. So right now I have 31,588 merits. You can actually send these merits to other people. So if you say are in prison and you ran your time out, but you still have merits, you can give those to a friend you have in prison as well to help them get out, or something along those lines. And I believe there are actually people who will basically... yeah, someone's getting out. So there are people who will actually like stay in prison and just earn merits and basically sell merits to people. That is a thing that people will do. Is this... I don't remember going through that. But I guess I did, so... Okay, so now that I have finished that venting and I have gotten my some stuff in my inventory, I'm going to head back up the mine towards the beginning, and I will show you where you can actually sell any of the rocks that you loot off of people or get from mining. So there we go. And actually let me knock that guy out on the way. Okay, and so as we come out at depth 2, yes. So as we come out at depth 2, you are going to have this right here. There is an ore deposit and a contraband surrender. Now the contraband is, you can actually find it on the, if you say knock people out like I was doing, if you find like shivs or anything like that on them, and you can also find that stuff actually spawned on the ground occasionally. There'll be like a little cubby on the side of a hallway where you can take it from. That is a thing that you can find, and then that's where you sell it to, and you can basically sell it to them for merits. Now for the minerals, as you see, that's taken off a significant chunk. As with in the real game, Hadnite's most expensive, followed by Dolvine, and then Aphorite. So, and you can see the prices there.
Your sentence has been reduced again. Keep it up.
Yep. And so also on top of that, I had the 5,000 from completing the maintenance opportunity. So basically, those are your choices on how you can get your merits to get out. Wait for the maintenance opportunities. You can do the mineral deposit by mining the ores, or like I said, knocking people out and stealing stuff from them once you are out of Comlink. Now, technically, if you do it within Comlink, you will get more merits from the stuff that you get than like what time is being added. So you will reduce your time, but it will still take longer because you're increasing your time every time that you knock someone out. So just keep that in mind if you do start knocking everybody out everywhere you see. That's kind of what I was actually testing last night, why I had my time extended like I did. There is all of that. And now, before I actually go on to the next section, I am going to get out of prison first. So I'm going to stop and then come back once I am out. So yep, I will be right back once I'm out of prison. Okay, so I am out of prison now, and I'm actually going to start off by showing this website right here, because the next thing we're actually going to do is do the trade run of Laranite. So I decided I would actually show off this website. It is a SC Trade Tools. Basically, if you are looking to get into trading, this is a great website to use. There's a few others, I think UEX Corp and some others that are also good, but this one is my go-to. So if you are looking for a trade route, you can actually basically do it this way, where you put in whatever ship you have, how much money you're willing to put into it. If you're looking for profit over time, pure profit, wait times, all that, hit submit, and yeah, it'll give you routes that you can actually complete. And if you do it as this little button right here, the best circular route, if you do this whole route, it'll basically keep you where you're sort of more or less constantly moving cargo. So, yeah. But what I was going to use on this is actually the commodities. So since we are looking for Laranite, it'll actually tell you where you can buy it and where you can sell it. So we're going to want to find one of these two, either Bezdek or Lathan, where we're going to buy it, and then we are going to actually go sell it at the Central Business District in Lorville. So back in game, let's go ahead and actually get our route set. We're going to head over to Bezdek. Oh, and I guess I should mention, if you are in prison, whenever you come out, you're going to spawn at Everest Harbor over Hurston. So that is where I'm at. The station should be right behind me. And we are in the Titan. Typically, you would want to get a larger ship to be doing this, but I'm just going for basically going quick rather than actually doing a full trade route. And I might not actually even be able to buy because the stock might be out at these locations. If that's the case, I'll at least just show you where you can buy it. It's going to be similar at both of these locations. So, but yeah, if you use that website, you can find places that you need to go to buy things and where you can go sell it, as well as finding the best trade routes for whatever ship and how much money you are willing to put into it. So. I guess while I'm coming in, would you guys be interested in, since I was showing off the prison, would you guys be interested in a video showing off the other methods of getting out of prison? So that would be doing the escape as well as the need an out mission. I could do a video actually basically showing those off, how those work. And so my plan is that I'm going to basically be recording this video and the R-Court video today, and then I will be working on actually making a video talking about money-making methods. Basically how much money you can be making off of certain things. I don't know if I'm going to start that one today or if that's going to be waiting. So whenever you get here, you'll notice you got some pads as well as these smaller ones over here. Now these smaller ones with the blue tower, this is going to be where you can actually spawn vehicles here. You'll be able to spawn small vehicles. So that's the Fury. I think you can spawn the Pisces here. Like the P-52, P-72 ground vehicles, those can be spawned in that building that is next to these two pads. Now, we are looking to do some trading, so you're going to want to try and find this building, the other building with the tower on it, that is orange. If you look for the orange tower, this is going to be the building with the trade console. So we're just going to go ahead and land down here. Now I will also mention, you do not need to call air traffic control to actually land here. You can land wherever you want. If you are in a small vehicle, I think it'll actually let you, I think it will let you land on the pads over there. But you can just land anywhere. You don't have to worry about actually landing on a pad or anything. So yeah. Before we do anything, I'm gonna check, see if there's any crates in here. There is this one, but this is gonna be a food crate. Yeah, well, we got some skinned multi-tools in there, so I'll steal those. And the water. So go ahead and go to this commodity shop here. So you're gonna want to find your ship that you're wanting to go to, and see, Laranite low inventory. It actually has 163 SCU, so you could actually fill a sort of decent-sized ship with this, but we'll be able to get 8, so it's going to be 19.79k. We will see how much this actually sells for. I do think that with the Titan, it actually blocks the back, so you actually can't get through. Yeah, so, yep, we got our full load of Laranite here. So now we got to actually go in the other way. I usually do that anyways, so. And we will head on to Lorville. Now, if you are interested in actually getting some loot, if you actually check in all of these buildings, if you look for the red crates, they will have armor, guns, stuff like that in them. So just keep an eye out for those. That's what you're going to want to look for if you want to actually do some looting. Okay, so we are to Lorville, and Lorville actually is probably the easiest place to find the spaceport with. Once you get beneath the clouds, you might see those sort of blue signs floating over there that say, I believe it actually says Tisa Spaceport. So if you just go to these, that's where you're going to be looking to get to. I'm surprised it hasn't said contact BTC. But does actually seem to be running okay. It's a little framey, but I think the video is fine. So I will go ahead and mention This is probably my least recommended city to spawn in. It maybe used to have been Hurston, but since it has been changed so that the atmosphere is not, 150k like it used to be, I would now say Lorville is probably my least recommended place to spawn. And I will go over those reasons while I'm sort of showing it off. So if there are certain things that I sort of miss or don't know the answer to, that's why, just because I think I have maybe actually set my spawn here once, maybe twice. I think I set it here once whenever racing was first added, because the first race is actually here, which we will actually be doing. So yeah, I will show that off. It's actually in Lorville, so I'll actually do the race, probably do a terrible job at it, but so this is the spaceport. Before we actually go over there, I'm going to go ahead and show this off. If you are right by the elevators, this is where your rentals are going to be. So if you want to rent any ships, it's going to be here at this Vantage Rentals kiosk. And don't worry, I'll be showing off a new deal in a second. But first, I'm going to actually store my ship real quick. There we go. Okay. So, new deal. This is one of the ship shops. This probably has the most ships out of any of the ship shops. So, most of these ships will be here. And this one actually has, as with the other ones, a decent selection that you can actually check out. So, over here you have a Mustang Beta, a Connie Phoenix, as well as a Hammerhead that you can actually go into and check out. So, there is that. And then inside, well, I guess this technically isn't inside yet. You have the M50, I always forget what origin this is. The 100i or 85X, yeah. An Aurora, and then a Prospector. So then your actual kiosk is over here next to the Prospector. You get your ships over here. So now that we have done that, before we actually go to the Habs and the hospital, we are going to go to the Central Business District, which is the equivalent of the TDD at the other locations. So at all the other planets, it's called the TDD. At this planet, it is called the Central Business District. So you just keep heading through to the metro. And this is part of why I don't necessarily recommend this, is because of how the metro works. You can actually sort of see here, rather than it, as with pretty much all the other ones, it is a loop. So let's say you got on this one, you could go by the Central Business District and all of the Habs and hospital and everything all on the same train. This one has it as basically two separate lines. So you actually have to basically go one way, come back, and then go the other way and come back. So that's why I don't necessarily recommend this one. But if we are going to the Central Business District, you're going to look for the green line, the commerce line. Green for money. And we're going to wait. Oh, this is another reason. The trains are probably the longest rides here. So I'll be back once the train is where we're going. So, okay, here we are. We have made it to the Central Business District. So you have the Hurstons. I forget which Hurston that is. It's the basically founder of the company slash planet. And so up here over to the right, you will actually have a Hurston Dynamics Archibald Hurston. Yeah, that's his name. So over to the right over here, you'll have the Hurston Dynamics Showcase, which I'll actually just take a step in here, just kind of show it off. They have basically a whole lot of ship guns in here, as well as some very big ship guns. So like this guy right here, it's a big guy, attrition 6, so I'm assuming it's a size 6 gun. It's a big gun. So yeah, but this is not what we are here for. So let's go across the way. And as I said, this is going to be the same thing as the TDD. It's the same thing, just different name. So once we are in here, head on over to one of these consoles. Select our location, which is the Titan. And we can fully sell this. So from that, we made about 4K. So, I mean, on a small scale, that's pretty okay. But if you actually have a larger ship and you're actually fully running that trade route, you can actually make some pretty decent money off of that. So that is why that is a recommended trade route. If you're doing it in a larger scale, you'll make more money. So okay, so now we are going to head to the Habs and hospital and all that. So I'll be back actually probably once we're at the spaceport, so I can show you which way you need to go from there. Basically just get on the other metro line. That's sort of the only difference, but I will show you where you need to go, so I'll be back once I'm over there.
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport.
Just did a nice little 360 there. Okay, we are back to the spaceport. So if you are wanting to get to the Habs, you're going to look for the spaceport line. It's going to be the blue line. So from coming in, the Central Business District Commerce line straight through, Habs and everything, which is the spaceport line, is over to the right. So we're just going to hop over here. Ooh, we made it here just in time. Can I make it on? Yes. 4 seconds to spare. So actually, while we are on this metro, I am actually going to talk about basically the lore behind the reasons why I don't like Hurston. So my biggest problem with Hurston is that you cannot buy guns here. You can buy armor, I think up to medium armor, and I'll show you where you can do that, but you cannot buy guns on Hurston. So in the Stanton system, which is this star system, the planets are owned by companies. So Microtech is Microtech, Hurston Dynamics is Hurston, Crusader Industries is Crusader, and R-Corp owns R-Corp. So that is basically where these planets get their name, is from the company that owns them. In Hurston's case, Hurston Dynamics does not allow you to buy guns because they do not want a working class revolt. So they do not allow their civilians or their citizens to have guns. So you cannot buy guns on Hurston. So yeah, that's really the main reason why I would not recommend choosing Hurston as your spawn. And you might also notice that I'm a little angled. Hurston has that problem right now, or Lorville has that problem right now, where you kind of will walk around angled for whatever reason. So this is the hospital here, the Maria Pure of Heart. It is right after you get off the metro. So you've got your pharmacy right there. Insurance is over there. That is your insurance. So if you want to set your spawn here, it's going to be in that building. And then to get a room, it's this these right here. So yep, this is going to be your hospital. So if you happen to spawn at this hospital and you're trying to get to the spaceport, you basically just go out and keep going straight through this right door here. And if you go over to the left, you will come out into this area. So if you look for the signs of this L19 residences, this is going to be your apartments / Habs. Just step through this door here, hang a right, hang another right, and that right there is going to be your residences, this building right there. So if you are coming out of the residences and you find yourself here and you're looking to go buy some armor, you're going to want to head through here. Instead of going left to the metro, you want to go right, basically into this alleyway over here. And while we're passing by, I will also point out the admin office. You can also sell things to admin at some of these places. I realized I actually didn't point it out on the others. I will on ArcCorp, since I haven't done it yet. So I will point out admin on ArcCorp. But yeah, if you go in here, there's going to be another trade console, basically through this door right here, where certain things that you can't sell to the central business district, you can sell to admin. And so if you are looking for armor, you're going to want to basically keep going straight. You'll see this sign for Tammany and Sons. That's where you're going to want to be looking. Head down the stairs. Keep going straight through. And after you go through that, it's going to be over to the right. You'll see a sign for food. Basically, past the sign for food is going to be the Tammany and Sons. And here you can buy armor as well as clothes. And now you can buy ammo here. Oh, and I guess you can actually buy sort of mining modules as well. So if you're going to be doing some mining, you can buy those here. So yeah, personal weapons, so you can buy ammo, and I think you can actually buy grenades, but that's about it. And I'm actually curious, can you buy even a multi-tool here? Okay, you can buy a multi-tool, and let's see here. Okay, you can buy that, and can you buy a mining attachment? Yes, okay. So yeah, you can buy basically the attachments that you need for the multi-tool and med pens. Okay, so yeah, you can buy those things, but you cannot buy guns. And like I said, that is the main reason why I do not recommend Lorville as your spawn. So that is actually everything to show off for here. So I'm actually going to head back to the spaceport, and we will actually go do the race real quick, and we will call it after that. Oh, and I guess I should maybe mention, hopefully you would gather this, but you're going to want to go to the spaceport line, which is to the left if you're trying to get back to the spaceport. If you get on the perimeter line, it's going to take you to... Okay, I will say, I know it used to take you to a place where you could spawn ground vehicles. With them having updated Lorville, they basically expanded it and made the city bigger. I don't know if you can still do ground vehicle spawns if you go there or not. So don't quote me on that, but if you go that way, you might get to an area where you can do ground vehicle spawning. So there's that. Okay, so before we actually take out any ships, I'm going to go into contracts, racing, and we're going to be looking for this one right here, the Lorville Outskirts. There we go. And if I'm able to spawn them, I think I'm actually going to take out, I'm actually going to take out a Fury, because, well, they don't actually have a quantum drive, so I wouldn't actually be able to take them anywhere past here, but since it is here, I don't actually need a quantum drive, and it's probably the best handling ship that I have. Now, in no way is this going to be a good time, because I actually haven't done racing in a minute, so I might be a little rusty. I guess I should also mention, I know that this is not the race variant of the Fury, but like I said, it is still better handling than anything else I've got, so... Oh, I apparently got a green one. I don't remember putting the skin on it, but I guess I did. Oh, that's... I should have gotten that in fourth person. Fourth person. I always say that because it's F4. It makes me think 4, so I say fourth person. Third person. So I'm sure that looked great. So the race is going to be over past the big building over here. Also, it will give you this restricted area thing. If you're going fast enough, you can just go straight through it. It won't. I believe, yeah, you can get through it. you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so here we are at the Lorville outskirts. Luckily, it is nighttime, so this is going to be a great. Don't know how much those lights are actually going to help, but okay, well, it's not actually updating to say that I am here, so I'm just going to do the track from best of my memory as I can. Wow, I really can't see. So yeah, come down here, go under that one, slam into the rocks there. Oh yeah, okay. I am actually really surprised. Okay, I actually am not gonna leave it in, but I did do the display info. Okay, so the 30K actually messed up my audio, so I'm just going to voice over this. So if you actually go into the console, which you do by pressing tilde and do r_display info equals 1, it'll basically show you some session stats like your FPS, things like that. And if you check the BWIN or BWN, if that is 0, that usually is an indicator of there being a 30K. It just so happened with this 30K, it actually did not show up as saying there was 0 BWIN. There actually was still a BWIN, so it's kind of weird that there was a 30K, but oh well, what can you do? So yeah, I guess I will call it there since we had a 30K. I don't think showing off the race is that important, but we did go over to it, show you where it was, so I'll count that as visiting it. Before I actually close out, I do have a clip that I'm going to insert here from the last time that I tried recording this video. This actually happened right before I started the video, so ignore me talking to myself. But me talking to myself was because I was at Grimhex, fell through the floor, and got stuck in the station. So I backspaced to kill myself, and I was like, okay, I'm going to spawn at Grimhex since I am still in the station. And at worst, I should spawn at Orison because that's where my spawn was set. My spawn was set at Orison, and I was on Grimhex. For whatever reason, it spawned me at Tressler. So that's what me talking to myself was about, because I was so confused as to why I spawned at Tressler. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. So that's what this is. I'll insert it right here. That makes 0 sense. What the heck? Anchor 4. Dude, I'm broken. I have no words for that. Oh, yeah, I should probably. Hang on. What? What the heck was that? So yeah, that was fun. And if you're wondering what happened, basically I got in the ship, realized I wasn't wearing armor and that I needed to put on a undersuit and a helmet. So I held Y to get out of my seat, like in the ship to do it, and that happened. So yeah, that was great.